I'm Megan Skidmore. For 2.5 years, I have been talking about evolving faith journeys. I started to tire of the heaviness of this focus. I had the clear message come through. It is time for Beyond the Shadow of Doubt podcast to evolve into Living Beyond the Shadow of Doubt podcast. With the same vulnerability and unapologetic authenticity, I will be focusing on the joy in this journey, the life and the living that comes on the other side of maybe, on the other side of what's possible. I want to talk about claiming spiritual sovereignty and becoming your own captain of your vessel. Let's celebrate releasing what no longer aligns for you and connecting with your higher power and honor expanding your energy field to make room for all things new. Join me during February for my month-long book club spotlighting the heart-centered, soul-led authors, speakers, writers, healers, and spiritual leaders of JOA Collective and the Mosaic community. Led by book medium Kira Brinton, some of the books are published already through JOA Publishing, others still in the editing process, and others embryonic. But all of these true life stories are witness to the power of the human spirit to transform in the face of unexpected, major life trials, challenges, and seemingly insurmountable obstacles. So get comfortable, grab your favorite beverage, and maybe bring some tissues. First Friday's free coaching, a confidential group to bring all the questions, vent frustrations, share fears, express doubts. Navigating a new and uncertain reality is hard enough. Let's remove the worry of judgment from others. In this group, I will help you help yourself so that you can be there for your child, family, loved ones, and for you too. Click the link in the show notes to sign up. You must complete the agreement. Welcome to today's episode. For close to 2.5 years, I have been talking about evolving faith journeys, including the highs and the lows, the sticky places, along with the smooth, and the hard, painful points, as well as the moments of epiphany, clarity, and discovery. Stepping into the unknown and uncertainty accompanying this journey can be scary, even petrifying. What started out as a pivot in my faith journey became a faith expansion. And now, calling it a spiritual awakening is most resonant for me. In mid-2024, I started to tire of this heaviness that I would feel at times with the focus of the podcast as it was. And towards the end of 2024, I had the clear impression come to me to focus on more joy. So it's time for Beyond the Shadow of Doubt podcast to evolve into Living Beyond the Shadow of Doubt podcast. With the same vulnerability and unapologetic authenticity, the focus will be on the joy in this journey, on the life and the living that comes on the other side of maybe, on the other side of stepping into the unknown, seeking what is possible. I want to talk about claiming your spiritual sovereignty and becoming your own captain of your vessel. I want to celebrate releasing what no longer aligns for you and connecting with your higher power, and honor expanding your energy field to make room for all things new, new insights, new observations and understandings, perhaps fundamental shifts, new practices or rituals, or other ways of connecting to yourself, to others, to God, the universe, the divine, your higher power, however you feel most comfortable referring to that source that is greater than us all. This shift actually goes along with my upcoming publishing of my book, Transparency, which shares some of my spiritual journey as a parent of a transgender kiddo. I'm looking for a team to help with the launch of this book. If that resonates, please reach out. Why the shift in this focus? Because the joyous parts of a faith expansion or spiritual awakening are just as important as the earth-shattering parts. It's good to notice and normalize the processes of contraction and release, the push and pull energy, and even the excruciating and the blissful that epitomizes progression and growth. It's unavoidable. And ultimately, I believe this shared phenomenon has the power to profoundly connect us as humanity. I have found that seeking moments of bliss, like increased spiritual autonomy, self-differentiation, and personal sovereignty, are what sustains me and brings me so much joy on this spiritual journey. So I look forward to continuing to share about faith journeys, much in the same way that I have been, while simultaneously increasing the focus on the joy, the expansion, the deeper peace, perhaps the new life or rebirth that one experiences, and the pure bliss that comes from connecting with, listening to, and then following the messages received from your higher self. Thanks for joining. Until next time. Beyond the Shadow of Doubt podcast is a proud member of the Dialogue Podcast Network, which is part of the Dialogue Journal found at dialoguejournal.com. Founder Eugene England was a Mormon writer, teacher, and scholar who wrote, "My faith encourages my curiosity and awe. It thrusts me out into relationship with all creation and encourages me to enter into dialogue. My hope is that this podcast is an extension of that vision." Visit meganskidmorecoaching.com to find this podcast and additional free resources, including the link for a complimentary coaching session. Follow me on Facebook or Instagram for more, or to send me a DM. Help the podcast grow. Please follow, review, and share with a friend.